Keep your head to the sky. Why must Nyca lie? Sing with me. Keep your head to the sky. Nyca always lie. Put your lighters up. Wave your hands. Keep your head to the skies. That woman always lie. One more time. Everybody. Keep your head. You know how they get higher? I can't get higher. If I get higher, I have to smoke a blunt. Keep your head to the sky. If they steal, they also will lie. Okay, let's get to it. I hope this is from the lady's own words. This came from her own fingertips. $450 first prize, $350 second. Freedom. Uppity got third place. Right. So Uppity should have got 150. She got what she was supposed to get. Freedom. You don't count my corn, sugar. She got what she's supposed to have got. You don't count my coins. You don't. Who are you to count my coins? See somebody. Freedom is somebody who see you out here lying about what you have given the people. Who are you to count my coins? So apropos from a thief. So apropos for somebody who always is out here lying, stealing from you, the subscribers, and then getting mad, getting in a huff when people see it for what it really is. You notice that? Anybody notice that? I'm sure you all have noticed that. So, let me see something. Hold on 1 second. I should have had this up. See, what you will always, you can bet your bottom dollar that somebody who had, you see this for yourself. She got what she was supposed to get, Freedom. You don't count my coins. So it is always guaranteed that things scammers say. It's my business. You don't donate, so why you worried about it? Stop trying to count my pockets. In other words, why are you trying to count my coins? Why are you trying to count my coins? Apropos of a thief who is busted. You don't count my coins, sugar. So, even if you don't give, financial abuse is financial abuse. One doesn't have to be a victim to call it out. So let's call it out. Now, what I want to know from you guys, have you guys signed the petition? Liz Libos, good to see you, Liz Libos. I wanted, hey, Brianna Busted Bill, Liz Libos, I saw your comments after Stump Down's live. The lawnmower conversation, that was not a racist conversation. I brought the lawnmower conversation up because that's what Stump Down said about Olivia's husband, and then she said that she wasn't mad, but she made several videos talking about stomped down, and she was very mad about that. So that's why the conversation came up. It had nothing to do with Mexicans or versus black people. That's why it came up. So she pretended like she wasn't mad about that lie, but she was furious about that lie. So I will, if I have time, I will give you the response, which she was furious with Stomp Down. But she came on his channel. I knew you was just gagging, and I wasn't even upset. So I did not want you to think that that was anything about you. Hey, okay, let me speak to Kevin Kelly. Bernice, thank you for being a supporter. I appreciate you. OG, OG Beauty, Lexi Lex, Liz Livos, let me see who else I saw. Cheryl Burnett, thank you for being here. Were you guys singing along with me? Or were you couldn't sing because you were trying to control your gag reflex as I was singing and clutching your pearls or putting your hands over your ear? Put a 1 in the chat if you sang with me. Put a 2 in the chat if you were doing any of those other things as I was singing. I hope you guys were singing with me. Mad Day Lemonade. Oh my God. Not her coins, but the people who donated the coins. They were not her coins. I did a whole live where I when she was begging for the money, why y'all not giving to me? This ain't for me. This is for the subscribers. And Lemon, I gave you that Halloween thing, and why you acting like this? Why y'all not giving to me? This ain't for me. This is for the subscribers. Y'all don't remember me doing that live? Because God knows those bitches are over there ready to strike a page. You better not play my shit. She over there on the room paper. And bet not nobody play my shit. But we can drop the links to where you said the shit, dumb bitch. It's very easy to drop the link to where you said that shit. Am I true? Hey, Miami Popo. Keep driving, baby. Hey, Brianna, Busted Bins and Shocks. Hey, y'all. Don Player is lonely at the top. Yatanya Jones, thank you for being here. Okay. Who did I miss? For Good and Evil, Deputy Voodoo, The Ghetto View, Keisha Bishop. Okay. One of one. Ray Black, Bougie Auntie, Nicole, Tanya McNeil. Thank you all for being here. The Bushes, thank you all for being here. So we're going to talk about it. I don't know. I apologize for not being able to come on early this morning. Ray Black, thank you for being here. Miss Queenie, thank you. Just Andrea, thank you for being here. Andrea, I'm sorry. Just Andrea, thank you for being here. And Chakra King Black. So let's talk about it. We're really going to talk about this because last I left you. Hey, King Kyles, Real K Fit. Thank you guys for being here. So I hope you guys take the poll. The poll was from yesterday. And then I hit my computer today, and there was this breaking news about this petition. So I hope you guys, do you guys want me to, I think I have the petition set up. I may be able to share it with you guys. Okay, verified 45 signatures. So I'm going to share the page. The link is pinned in the comments. If you go up, you can hit that link and you're more than welcome to sign the petition. So let's see what this petition is about. I didn't see any of my mods in here. I went to Verbal Assassins. I went to A View is a View first. A View is a View. I see you up in the clouds of View is a View. I see you in the clouds of View is a View. So that's where I initially heard the information. And then I went over to, because A View is a View was going in and out, and she had something to do, but she did give the breadcrumbs that you can go over to Deanna Irving's page, and you can hear what I heard about the petition. And then I think she dropped the link to the petition, or I found the link. I think I found the link to the petition in Lipstick Alley. Then I had to go over there and say, wait a minute, what's going on over here? So I'm going to drop Deanna's Irving link in the chat. This was from her live this morning, so I'm giving you the information from where I got it. So here we go. This is Deanna Irving's link. Let me paste a viewers of views link because she led me to Deanna Irving. So go over there and check these ladies out. So they were dropping the information. I don't know if the information had been dropped prior to a viewers of view and Deanna. You guys may know. I don't know. Here we go. Let me get a viewers of views link. Here we go. Because I like to tell you where I found the information at. I'm not speaking for anyone else. So I didn't see any ones or twos in the chat. So I guess everybody was singing. Oh, Liz was singing with me. Thank you. Okay. So there's a viewers of views link. Okay. Hey, Terry East. TH. Lying with a loaf of bread under her arms. Hey, Physics. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well. I want to know if Lady Nyca got Halloween money before she gave that challenge to Lemon. Yes, she did. We already know that she, in fact, was collecting Halloween money before she gave the competition to Lemon. But say what you really want to know. Say what you really want to know about that Halloween money that she had already collected before she gave it to Lemon. What you really want to know is, did she give it back? Well, what she did say is, I gave the competition to Lemon, and if anybody who contribute that want your money back, just hit me on my Cash App and let me know. Well, person, you already know who already hit you on your Cash App for the competition. So why must they hit you on the Cash App again to give you at least $1 to say that they want their money back, when you can clearly, simply just go through your Cash App and refund them the money? Because if you know it's for the competition, all you have to do is refund them their money. So she gave you the opportunity to say, no, that's okay. You go on and keep the money. That's the only opportunity she gave you, is to not Cash App her at least $1 more to say you want your dollar back. She gave you the opportunity to say, oh, I'm gonna just leave that alone. Child, bye. So, are you guys sick of this? Are you guys sick of this financial abuse that goes on? And let's not forget Big Sexy with her secret somebody needs. I'm going to bless somebody for Christmas. And when in fact it was Pettyville, and she's talking about how much Pettyville gave. Did she, who did that money go to? Nobody. The person is ashamed, and the person was not ashamed to ask for help. But when they get help, they are too ashamed to let you know who they are. And we may help two families, and this is what I did. No, Pettyville did that. The subscribers did that. The same subscribers who you said, why would I go to Ronnie Hughes' Secret Santa? Because of what the subscribers have helped you do. And the Secret Santa was to give back to the subscribers out of your pocket. But you couldn't do that for the subscribers. So, bitch, I don't care how many ways you guys try to spin the shit. Y'all always want to take from the subscribers, lie, and steal from the subscribers. And how in the world does this old ass woman have the audacity to say, well, Sarah owed me this money, so I just took the money. But you didn't take the money from the subscribers in lieu of, this is what I'm going to pay off my debts if any of the winners owe me money, and then I'm going to give them less of what they owe me. No, you didn't present it to the subscribers that way when you were asking for your pot to be increased. What you said is, this isn't for me. This is for the subscribers who entered the contest. This isn't for me. Okay. So who was she to take the money off the top? Okay. If you want to say Sarah owed her. She knew Sarah owed her from the beginning. But see, the whole sticky part of the situation is when she paid, she initially said, now we are kind of getting close to the $500 that I said that the pot was initially for the first place. We are right at 450 right now, and okay. So obviously she takes $50 off the top, period. So we are at 450, and I said that she announced that it was going to be 500. So then she's at 450, and then she says Sarah owed her $100. So instead of sending Sarah 400, she sent her 300. But Sarah owed you 100, but you sent her 300. So shouldn't you have at least given Sarah 350? No. So what she's saying is Sarah won 400, because that 50, she takes that off the top. That's what it is. She always takes 50 off the top. It seems to me, if she agreed that she gave Sarah 300 instead of the 400. Now she's coming back on a chat lying as if she actually gave the first place prize was actually 450. I didn't say this. This is what she's saying. So what happened to that other $50 since you only gave Sarah $300 because she owed you $100? What happened to that other 50? See, we close to the $500 mark. So, and furthermore, she never informed Sarah that she took $100 off the top. See, that's the gist of it. When a bitch supposed to ask somebody to take their money back? When a bitch supposed to ask permission to take their money back? When you take that money back that you didn't get, when you collected the money under a farce that you were giving all the money to your subscribers who entered the competition, that wasn't your money. The money was given by the subscribers. That's who the money was given by. So in essence, if she wanted to take her $100 back, why didn't she just deduct her $100 that she said she started the competition with, and say the prize is $900? Huh? Can anybody tell me that? Huh? And tell the people you were starting with $900, because how come you didn't contact Sarah and let her know? Now, how come she didn't call Sarah and let her know? I'm taking $100 off the prize, but for that 100 you owe me. Did she do that? No, she came out here and was bucking like a Bronco bully, and like she had paid everybody. And then when it got to her that Sarah had also done a live saying that she was giving away the $300 that she had won in the contest, then she realized that the gig is up. You've been busted. Sarah said you sent her $300. You're trying to play like you gave her $400. So Then she comes back don't forget the trying to pretend like it was some confusion between the contest, and if it was the contest or her mod give back to the mod shit. That didn't work, because what did King Roman do? He came out here and said, we're not talking about the mod. We're talking about your competition. She already knew that she had shorted Sarah in the competition. And when King Roman News said all the competitors didn't get paid for the competition, she said that they surely did. And she came out here after she realized she was busted and said, oh, I went over my books and I realized I didn't do what? Pay some of my mods. But she was trying to still keep it in the mod appreciation mode of it all, even when she had corrected her books. See, they had came out here and said it wasn't that. All it was the mod's appreciation. Sarah is also her mod. So to say you corrected your books and realized you didn't pay all your mods was trying to keep it in the all the competitors got paid. No, it was the competition. Did you see this shit? Do you see all the lies and all the righteous indignation that this bitch has about stealing money? And then she is so indignant that she should have took her money. But if you're gonna take your money, you never let Sarah know $100 off the top. So what does she have to say about that? Nothing. She don't have nothing about. She don't broach that obvious point that if you took your $100 off the top, you should have let Sarah know that she is paid in full because you took your $100 off the top. No, you didn't let Sarah know that. You didn't let Sarah know she no longer owes you $100. You did not do that. Is it? I mean, is this like real simple to understand? Is this not real simple to understand? I, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Well, I have no love for her. She has come out here. Y'all can't judge me on my past. I don't live there anymore. She the same lying, conniving thief that she has always presented herself on YouTube, talking about this legacy channel, a legacy of lies, thieving, and deceit is exactly what she is, and want to get in her feelings like somebody did something to her when she is the one who is busted stealing and lying about her thieving. Are we serious? Let's look at this petition. Let me see what else I have on here. What else do I have? Okay, so now her girl Miss Intel. I thought Miss Intel was her girl, but she sure shared this link to this petition. She sure, I thought that was her girl. So y'all think these bitches really like each other? Let's see who else shared the petition. Lady Teats have been skimming money off the top for years now. The buck stops here. Hashtag keep Nyca honest. Keep lying as Nyca honest. Make her stop stealing from winners' prize money. These are some of the comments that are under the petition. You guys can go over there and check it out yourself. So, when I did a live the other day, of course, I'm not a member to Nyca's channel. So, some person came under my comment section, and I'm pretty sure we have some members of Nyca's here. So, I don't know this to be true, but this was left under my comment sections of all of this righteous indignation that she put out, that she was right to take the money and not let Sarah know that she was paid in full. So what is this? Raising concerns about the right. Oh, this is that must be the chat. What is that GPC that I see in the small writing? Ronnie Q, I love seeing you in other chats. I see you in QB5, Bertha, Yaya, Jill. I'm so glad people are finally seeing the bullshit the get along gang brings to the beef sector. Their plays and scamming days are over. Nyca is in her membership begging for money and giving sob stories. That lady is sick. Also, I gave you a click, but I don't watch the news anymore. President Cheetos is disgusting. So that is under one of my lives. Uh, I think that was the day after the inauguration. So if you go to my live the day after the inauguration, you will see that comment there yourself. So I am trying to understand if, in fact, that she, after all of this, uh, bragging and acting as if she was right. Was she over there in her private chat crying and begging for money and giving sob stories? Did that happen? Maybe I need to do a blind poll because God forbid somebody say, yeah, that's what she was doing. She will surely block you. I'm going to do a blind poll. You guys can tell me in a blind poll. But let's share the screen and see what this petition is all about. Okay. Let me see. Can I can't move it down when I do it this way. Hold on. Let me shrink it and let me go directly to the page so I can read the petition to you. So here's the petition. It's on change.org. Demand transparency from Lady Nyca and prize money declarations and payments. We have 45 signatures on there right now. And see, right under here, there's a stream of people who have contributed. We have Pay Your Debt 3 hours ago, Just Nosy 4 hours ago, Kanisha, Geraldine. I saw VS Icon had also signed the. I don't know how to get it to running again. Let me refresh, and maybe it'll get to running so you can see who had signed the. Sean Bradley. You see, Sean Bradley has signed the petition. Pamela, Eli. I think that must be King Roman's News. Queen Tulsa has signed. Uh, Vibes, something. Shambada, Carrie Original, Lady Dimples, For Good and Evil, King Kyle, Something Sweet. Who else has signed? Martell, Nye Lopez, Ronnie Q signed, Deanna Irvin. Miss Intel even signed the petition. Do you see that Miss Intel, her friend, has signed the petition? Do you see this? Miss Intel signed the petition. Selena, Miss Intel AI, Susie L. Cordone. Do you see these people who have signed this petition? What is this petition all about? You may ask. I'm just reading what I see. Let me see if I can get this going again and see who else have signed. Okay. Oh, it's going back. Okay. So hopefully it won't stop so you can't see who's signed this petition. Okay. You see it moving right here if you want to see who signed, or you can go to the petition and see for yourselves. Okay. This campaign is deeply personal because of a. Wait a minute. I have to enlarge this. Y'all know I need some help in seeing some types of fonts. Okay. Here we go. This campaign. Oh, shit. I don't want that. I don't want a view as a view. Here we are. Okay. Sorry about that. This campaign is deeply personal because of the dishonest monetary behavior previously displayed by Lady Nyca. A situation too close to home involved Sarah, who experienced Lady Nyca's lack of honesty. She was left empty-handed. Well, she was not left empty-handed. She was left less $100. I'm going to correct that. It says she was left empty-handed when she didn't receive all. Well, it did say she didn't receive all that she wasn't officially lent. So she wasn't officially lent this money, says the writer of this petition. So they said the loan was not an official loan. So, okay, that's what they're saying. This is not just Sarah's story. Rather, it's the story of many who have fallen prey to Nyca's mishandling actions. Lady Nyca organizes contests with handsome prizes, attracting a myriad of hopeful contestants. However, she has repeatedly failed to clearly state the exact prize amount for all winners, and that is exactly what she did. She said, okay, I'm sending the prize money to the first place prize, and never said what she was sending. That was missing in all of I'm sending the prize money to Sarah. Sarah, did you get your money, Sarah? Did you see my note that I took 100? No, because I didn't write the note that I took $100 from your money, Sarah. Okay, so I digress. Okay, where am I? She's repeatedly failed to clearly state the exact prize amount for all winners. This lack of transparency isn't just opaque, it's harmful to those who give their time and effort to participate in the contest. Furthermore, there are incidents where Lady Nyca has failed to provide proof of payments to winners, raising concerns about the veracity of her claims. The joy and anticipation of prize money turn into disappointment and resentment when statements are not backed up with action. Okay. It's only fair and responsible and reasonable to ask Lady Nyca to correct her practices. This petition aims to ensure that Lady Nyca states the exact prize amount for every contestant at the onset of each contest. Additionally, she must provide substantive evidence of paying the aforementioned prize money to each winner, contributing to a fair, transparent, and trustworthy relationship with all participants. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Join us in our mission to promote transparency, integrity, and respect among event organizers and participants. Sign this petition today. So, there is the petition. I'm going to stop sharing. The link is in the chat if you want to sign this petition. See, the petition is not asking for any type of blackout. The petition, hey, Jill, Comfort Zone Soul Sister. The petition is asking for something that is quite reasonable. Whoever started this petition is beyond petty. I think it has the petition. Yes, let me share it with you. I will share it with you in full disclosure. Well, the link is up there. You can see who started. I'm full disclosure. Okay. It's out there for all to see. Decision maker, Lady Nyca. Tamika Brown, petition starter. So there in full disclosure, there is the petition. The link is pinned in the chat. Oh, I see 3 more people have signed the petition. The petition is not asking for nothing that is unreasonable. Okay, 5 more people. It was at 45 when we first started. 5 more people have signed the petition since I put it up. So, do you guys think that is unreasonable? Put a 1 in the chat if you think what the petition is asking is unreasonable. Okay. You all know that Intel AI is dumb. She doesn't know about a petition. She's thinking it's good for Lady Nyca. Forgive her, Lady Nyca. You think that she thought it was a good thing? Hey, Buddha Bell, damn. That's too much for me. No, it's too much to ask for transparency in these competitions. As Big Funky sat up and said that I was cheating in my give back to the subscribers competition because somebody dirty laundry said that it looked like I was giving my Secret Santa to Yaya, who wasn't even in the chat. But you don't, Jill, you don't find problems with that. And then for that fucking no tooth having ZX to go and say that I was changing my rules and I decided to let ODS give to me because I heard ODS said he had $100 to give, and then all of a sudden I changed ODS to be my Secret Santa. No, I changed ODS because the airhead MU had came up and dropped down talking about let me go get my computer. So to let the game go on, I changed the person who had MU. So let's be clear. So, and then nobody is going to say the fact that ODS said, I never said I had $100. I got $40. And we are going to ignore that the person who got the Secret Santa gift from me said that, yes, I got $40 from Ronnie Q in the chat. But we're going to ignore all that while a fat bitch sit up there and lie and said that I did something wrong or underhanded, trying to enrich myself off of something that I did to give back to you, which none of them bitches participated in. And trying to act like why I'm not helping her. You're not helping me at all. And you already knew you wasn't helping me. They already knew it was about giving back to y'all. But all they do is steal from y'all. But is that too much to ask, to have some transparency? I disagree, Jill. I definitely disagree. Yes, ODS always said $40. And they tried to say I was taking money off the top. I was giving it to Yaya. How do a bitch who is dirty laundry? Put a 1 in the chat if you have conversed with this dirty laundry character that this big funky bitch tried to sit up here and say, hey, you could tell she was giving her Secret Santa to Yaya. How could you tell that what I was doing in my Cash App? And Yaya wasn't even in the competition. How could you tell that? And when the person who I actually gave my Cash App to said, yes, I received my Cash App from Ronnie Hugh. And what she gave me was $40. And it came from, I forget what she called ODS. They have pet names for each other. So we still on this story? No, see, because what they trying to deflect from is they expect to steal your money and they don't even ever think of to give anything back to you. I'm not mad at anybody who don't participate, but don't try to say that I'm stealing. Don't try to say you gave back when you talking about money that you collected from the subscribers who you won't give back to. I give back to plenty people. Yeah, see, I gave that money to Sarah. That shows that I'll give back to, but you expected the money back. So when you gave to Sarah, did you give to Sarah, or you expected the money back, bitch? That ain't no motherfucking big telling about gifting to your subscribers, ho. I redid my books and I realized I didn't pay all my money. Well, how is it? Hey, Spicy Dicey. Hey, Yaya. Hey, Dr. Soapy. How is it that you are trying to say you only took $100 because Sarah owed you $100 off of this loan, but you're writing in the chat that $450 was for the first place prize? How is it that? Where's that $50? Nobody's talking. Is anybody, put a 1 in the chat if somebody has explained why she is saying that she gave Sarah what she was owed because she owed her $100, which would make it a $400 prize. But she's writing in the chat that the prize for the first place was $450. Can put a 1 in the chat if I may have missed how she explained this other $50 on top of taking the $100 from Sarah and not telling her that she took the $100, and Sarah having to find out via King Roman News that, hey girl, you said you got $300. No, the prize was $400. So had not King Roman News put it out there that no, that wasn't the prize. It was supposed to be, actually it was supposed to be $500. So okay, so now it's at 450. So she took $100. Now, if you look at this, she took $150. Where the other $50 go? So is another 50 far off from the fact that we already told you that that bitch came out here and said she wanted the prize pot to be $500 for the first place? Because she because she was trying to compete with compete with Leo the Lioness Queen, who out of her own pocket gave the first place winner $500. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. She wanted to compete with y'all money to show that she could compare to Leo the Lioness King, who paid out of her own money. But then she's such a thief that she couldn't even do that, because she saw that money and took that money. Let's be clear, it was supposed to be $500. So if her writing 450 in here now, does that make you believe her or me? Does that make you believe for her or me? And she can't even explain where the other $50 went. She took $150. If Sarah only got $300, why did she take $150? So if she took $150, do you think she wouldn't have taken $200? Do you think she wouldn't have taken $200? Okay. What else did I have on here? Okay, I think I got all of my little screenshots. Now, I'm gonna close my poll because I want to know something. I want to know if something is true. Do I have a poll up? I thought I had a poll. I guess I don't have a poll up. Oh, the poll probably ran out because I didn't come live at my original time. Okay, so I'm gonna start a poll. Okay, and it's a private poll. No one would know that it's you answering. Okay. So I'm only going to give you two options because there are only two options, because if you don't have the answer, you can't answer. So the answer is either yes or no. And the reason I'm asking this is because uh you can't take everything at face value, but it was mentioned under one of my comments. Nyca is in her memberships begging for money and giving sob stories. That lady is sick. Okay, so I'm just trying to find out from someone who may factually know if that is true or not. I'm not making this story up. I'm not a member. I wouldn't have any way of knowing. But this was brought to my attention. I'm not going to be like Big Funky and get something from. And even though this person always comments under my my comment section, I can't say that is true, but I'm just telling you that's what was told to me. See, I'm not going to say that's true. So if you can't answer the question, you can't answer the question. But what a damn shame. I'm embarrassed. Nyca done fucked up the church money. Oh, Focus on You is in here. Hey, Focus. Good to see you in here. I don't see you, but I see someone speaking to you. I feel like listening to Sarah, what happened to you and I, Sarah, oh, Sarah, I had to lie about your winnings, oh, Sarah, I skimmed off your pride. Sarah, you know I'm good for life. Sarah. Was that good enough for you? Is that good enough for you, CT? No singing. God damn it, haven't I told you about that? Oh my God. Okay. I just want her to come out and settle this discrepancy. Hold on. Okay. And we can move on. Nyca is not going to go away when you stay silent. It definitely is not. Focus on what you love. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you caught me as well. If you guys would please hit the like button. I'm going to give you a couple of more minutes. I want to know if you know the answer to my quiz that I have. Just answer. If you don't, you don't. Hey, D-Love, how you doing? Nyca shouldn't be this damn poor. Doesn't her pretend husband, the firefighter, make good money? Now, if Nyca, good firefighting husband, wouldn't allow, my husband wouldn't allow nobody to buy me a computer. He was mad when Bree gave me that perfume. And don't you have your own money? But surely he should have problems with you skimming money off of prizes for competitions that you put together. Surely he should have a problem with you saying that if the people who donated for the Halloween contest, if they want their money back, just send me a cash app saying that you want your money back. Well, if you know they donated to a competition that you're no longer having and they donated to it, they shouldn't have to ask you for the money back. You should simply return the money. You simply gave the competition over to Lemon, but you didn't give up. Did you cash app the money at least to Lemon because it was for the competition to start off his prize pot, or did Lemon have to start his prize pot off from scratch? Yeah, there's so much to answer from this person who has always been a thief on the YouTube streets, and now she's acting indignant. That was the extended version. That was the remix, Spicy Dicey. But you don't love Ronnie Q. Hey, Queenie. Not that singing though. Excuse me, JCK. I would block you, but I need you to hit the thumbs up on this slide. What quiz? I put a poll in the chat. Did the poll go up? I think the poll is up. Oh my God. Glad you asked, Spicy Dicey. I was on a Zoom call. Hey, the state of being. Hey, respectfully, M. Now, this is just beyond the pale. She can sell one of her Clydesdale. Exactly. Surely, if she is boarding and feeding those expensive Clydesdales that she have on her firefighter's farmland, surely. And the firefighter who was so knocked out when she was over there on Room Shaker's channel, high as a motherfucking kite, he knocked out. He over here knocked out, and she talking in full voice, allegedly in at the computer in the room with her knocked out firefighter husband, lying some more, and room shaking. See, I understand that you may have some type of liking for Lady Nyca, but I don't understand why you find it hard to understand what is right before your face. This lady is a grifter and a liar, and she stole money off the top of that competition under the guise that it was owed to her. But if she felt so entitled to that money being owed to her that she took it off the top. Why didn't she tell the person who she took the money from that, hey, your debt is paid. I took that $100 off the top of your winnings. Something that she never did, Room Shaker. We got to call the thing here. We're not holding up liars and thieves here, but because any competition, that we have in the B sector is subject to not be supported. So when I put my money into my competition, I say my competition is starting with $100, and if you want to contribute, please put prize pot in there. So if I get something before my competition, I say the prize pot is now $120, $125, $137, whatever. I always update you as we are approaching the date of my competition, because some people give even before the day of the competition. So then I come on competition day and I say, hey, my prize pot is $193. If you want to contribute, you're more than welcome to contribute. And during the competition, I just got a donation of $25 from FOWYL. Or focus on what you love. If it's a real name, I would not give the real name. I would say from TB. I would, if it's a YouTube name, I just got another $5 from Liz Livos. That brings the competition up to X amount of dollars. You get it? So as transparent as I try to be, the person who don't steal from the subscribers has been always talking about I steal from the very people who are stealing from you, and try to poo-poo when I give back to the subscribers. So I'm on this. Capiche? Liz, come on. You've heard Lady Nyca say she has Clydesdale horses. You come on. Cut the shit, Liz. I know you've heard that, Liz. And I thought that R&Y was her treasurer. What happened with that? Yes, Clydesdales. Hey, beans and cornbread. So, it has gotten to the point where there's a petition out. The link to the petition is pinned above. If you guys choose to sign the petition, it's available to you. So let me see what the poll says. I'm going to end the poll now. If you haven't taken the poll, please take the poll. Thank you, beans and cornbread. Call out shish trish true. Tired of the scamming. I've already called out. I did a whole live on shish trish beans and cornbread of that phony as trip to Belize. These sites where you're supposed to go to this site of this. What was it? Something global something. You're supposed to go to, and they're supposed to be doing all these events, and they're supposed to be this big ass corporation, and the only event that they have are all shish trish related events. The only they're supposed to handle travel. The only travel they have is this bogus Belize vacation. But all of this clip art of offices and all of these mungled mission statements and stuff, obviously a whole bogus page, and then the financial information saying that you must have 30% of your payment done by such and such date, and if you cancel, they keep the whole deposit that you put down unless you cancel by another date. But even if you cancel by the cancel date, they still would keep 30% of your money for something, assessments and fees and stuff. So she's found out ways to, and the prices of these vacations, we went through the whole site. The prices are $5,000 for the trip, up to, I think one was $7,000. So I went all through the gamut of this bullshit, and what I'm going to say right now is, period, point blank, in my opinion, anyone else who allows her up on their channel and promote this bullshit after seeing is utter bullshit and lies and a money grab, they are complicit in this. Because there's no excuses of trying to act like they don't know. Because she has one of the website, it doesn't even go to anywhere. I had to type it in a whole different search engine, and what was it, something global, and then it pulls up. So the link that she actually has to this trip is a dead link. So when I typed it in myself and I found it, the only customer that they have is Trish, her hypnotic shit, her the YouTube award show, her Secret Island to Belize. These are the only events or customer that is on this website that she's trying to act as if it's some big marketing agency or this, that, and the other. Utter bullshit. And they keep throwing this up in you guys' face. They keep allowing her to continue to grift on the channels in the beef sector, which is disgusting. Because one grifter don't give a fuck about another grifter. And then now they're trying to I see Big Funky doing a whole show about Brooks and Peels. Who gives a fuck about Brooks and Peels? So she was crying about King Roman News allegedly doxed her. But did you hear King Roman News give any personal information about her? But she crying about King Roman News and he doxed me. But you didn't hear him say nothing about her personal information. However, did you hear her? Even though it's public information, but did she do it? Did she come out here and give their public information about their divorce case? Was that with malicious intent? Was that with malicious intent? See, but because that's when it's doxing. When you come out here and give personal information with malicious intent. But this is the bitch who was crying. He did this. They did that. They was talking about my job. They did this. And they gave you zero facts and then came out here with her dick doxing ass, doxing information that nobody gives a fuck about. They're trying to make you give a fuck about Peels, Brooke, and Malik when nobody gives a fuck about them. None of them ain't even in our sector. Who gives a fuck? We know that Peels and Malik and Brooke are attention whores, and they will do anything for attention. Thus, that baby. And who were the ones who placated and set her up on their panels talking about this baby? The play runners. That's who did it. What the trilogy of terror, the trilogy of trifleness. That's who set them up in your face and said, who, the trilogy of trifleness, who told you that this motherfucking Amish bitch is a motherfucking black woman because they saw her? But she don't know shit about black culture. She sat up there and talking about police brutality didn't affect her because she was taught to keep her head down. See, the whole essence of police brutality is that they stop you because she said racial profiling wasn't a thing for them because they didn't get in trouble. To be racially profiled means that the color of your skin automatically make people think that you're trouble. So just because you are not a criminal, that don't make people who racially profile you not think you're a criminal because of your color. So our family stayed out of the way, and we didn't get you. So your family wasn't racially profiled like regular people. How Sway? That's the definition of racially profiling. But these motherfuckers give her the motherfucking blanket and lie and let you believe that white bitch is a black person because she say the most disgusting things to black women. And this is who you guys are paying, letting steal from you. This is the person. But how come when Pizarro got mad at the Amish bitch? How come when she said you a white bitch? How come Lady Nyca, who was sitting right up there on the panel, didn't open her motherfucking mouth? Because they had to get back together and camera and figure out, oh, are we going to let this go that she really white? Well, you know, I said I saw her. And how come the Miss Motormouth, who was also on the panel when Pizarro said that she's a white bitch, didn't say anything either? Neither of them who are proclaiming and professing that y'all know Nina's back. No, I know no such thing. But when Pizarro stopped playing the game and called her all kind of white trash, did they say, come on, Pizarro, you know Nina's black. You seen Nina. You know, no, they didn't say anything. They had to figure out how that they were going to put this. Do you guys really like people lying in your face and playing games with you guys like that? So let's get back to what we're here for. Okay. I'm going to close the last call for poll. Okay. I'm going to end my poll right now. Let's see what the poll says. Was Nyca begging for cash in her members only live? Yes, 78% said yes, and 21% said no. So the ayes have it. You know, hey, Baron, the ayes have it. So I asked that in response to this comment that was under my comment section. I have no way of knowing. That's why I'm asking you guys. Surely some of you guys are members to her channel. So it is what it is. That's the answer to the question. Okay. Let me see what else. Do I have anything else that I want to talk about today? I have a lot of other stuff that I am going to talk about. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check this. Hold on. I'll show you guys some high fashion. I was over at QB. QB, if you guys didn't catch QB yesterday, you may want to catch QB. It was funny. So far, no one was on. None of the liars was on. I did not watch that Lemons match game with Queen 88 shit. I didn't watch that. But then I hear that a lot of people were disappointed for some reason. So I went over there to watch it, and then I saw the contestants that were and who they were trying to actually date, and then I was just like, ciao, bye, and I left. But I then see that he left the live and then he rescheduled another live. So was there some type of porn bombing or anything? Why did he end the live and then come back with another live saying that they found the winner? So I'm just giving you the information that I have. I did not watch it. I clicked on it. I saw who the contestants was. This white guy. I hear that is it true that Rusty Rusto was one of the competitors? The alleged married man who allegedly lives in Korea? So is this going to be a thing that we just continue to have people who profess to be married go on these dating shows? Did you talk about the petition yet? That's the whole December. You're going to have to rewind. I talked thoroughly about the petition. I read the petition. I let you guys who see the names that was scrolling through who had signed the petition. December, baby, the petition is pinned up to the top. If you want to visit the petition, if you want to sign the petition, the petition is at the top of the link, the first pinned message. It's weird. Hey, Granny Love. Okay, so Ronnie Q, I knew that image of Melania was coming. Hey Zap, how you doing? And they are actually really robbing the bank. So let's be clear about that. So I'm not listen. If I listen. It's a lot going on. Y'all know I talk my politics. I'm so disgusted today. I'm not gonna talk my politics. I will. Now they are actually the OMF, the Office of Management and Budget, is saying that he will do whatever 4547 tells him to do, even though there is Supreme Court case rulings that he is supposed to act within certain laws. So in questioning, I forget what his name is. He is here. We're gonna watch some of this questioning. Yes, we are. Here we go. Everybody who wants to stay uninformed, this may be the time where you will leave, because I cannot believe that this is happening in our government, that they saying that they will not follow the rule of law, but they will interpret law as whatever 4547 wants, including the Congress is the one with the purse, the strings to the purse. But they will, even if Congress allows money to go to these different agencies, they may not, based upon how 4547 feels about this money in these agencies, they will not even disperse this money to these agencies, which is against the law. Some of these things have gone before the Supreme Court, and they have ruled law on them, and they think that they know better. But here, let me share.
And you previously supported rescinding funds for fully funded programs.
Hold on, let me slow it down. We're in trouble. We are in a world of trouble. If you guys don't understand this now. They're talking about repealing the Civil Rights Act. What's left of it that they haven't whittled away. The Civil Rights Act of 1965. I've already told you that they have ordered the EEOC to stop collecting data on racial biases, so you will not be able to even sue your job for racial discrimination, because the EEOC is not collecting any data on that. So therefore, the EEOC, who gives you the right to sue based upon hearing your complaints, they will not have any data on complaints about how you have been fucked around and discriminated against because of your race. So therefore, you will not. You'll be hard pressed to find a lawyer to take the case. At least with an EEOC letter, you have an easier time to obtain an attorney to take your case. Okay, so good luck.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair and Ranking Member Peters, for this hearing.
Hold on. Shush, 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 shush. Let me saucy rascal. Hold on. Okay, excuse me. I had to calm the dog down. So let's hear some of this a little.
Welcome, Mr. Vogt, and welcome to your family.
Okay, Mr. Vogt. Yes, he is also one of the authors of Project 2025. Let's not, and the Heritage Foundation, that is the think tank group of Project 2025. So when you hear the Heritage Foundation, understand what you're hearing. Okay, let's continue.
As well. In 2018, President Trump signed into law the Support Act, a comprehensive bipartisan package to help address the opioid crisis in this country. The Support Act expanded resources for the state, law enforcement officials, and first responders who are on the front lines of this opioid crisis by, for example, helping provide overdose reversal medication to states and localities. Unfortunately, Elon Musk killed a recent bipartisan agreement to authorize the Support Act for the next 5 years. And you've previously supported rescinding funds for fully funded programs that require further authorization. Congress, meanwhile, has appropriated funds for next year for the Support Act services. If confirmed, will you commit to distributing funds appropriated by Congress for Support Act programs?
Senator, thanks for the question. As you know, the president, the opioids epidemic is a huge priority for the president. We'll be taking a look at all of the funds that are necessary to combat that epidemic. I can't speak to it beyond that because we haven't begun that process. But you can certainly be assured that this was something that you heard about in the first term with regard to the president's interest in this area, and I can imagine it will continue to be that.
Well, let me just be clear here because I'm following up on a point that Senator Peters made. We've appropriated the money. We had a bipartisan agreement to reauthorize the program. So I am disappointed that you won't make a clear commitment here today to ensure that the life-saving program signed into law by President Trump will continue to receive funds that have been provided by Congress. And I urge you to rethink your position as your nomination is considered by the Senate. Government shutdowns put public safety and our national security at risk. But you have repeatedly, Mr. Vogt, called for brinksmanship around government shutdowns and opposed bipartisan deals to keep the government open. In 2011, for example, you wrote in an article that Republicans simply must be prepared to shut the government down. That's a quote. Simply must be prepared to shut the government down, close quote. And quote, need to dig deep and embrace the sort of brinksmanship that shows they are playing to win, close quote. If confirmed, you'd play a role in negotiations to prevent a government shutdown later this spring. Why have you repeatedly advocated the use of the threat of a government shutdown as a political bargaining chip? If confirmed, would you continue to favor a partisan agenda over keeping the government open?
Senator, I don't think I have been a person that has wanted to have government shutdowns. I've had to be the one that kept the government open consistent with the law for the longest shutdown in history. I know the impact that it has.
Well, thank you, Mr.
And thank you for your service, Mr. Vote and your willingness to come back. Thank you also to your family. As you know, in the closing days of the last session, the United States Congress, by overwhelming majorities, approved disaster relief funding going to the Department of Agriculture, as well as FEMA, for disaster relief all around the country. Will you commit to releasing those funds promptly and fully to the areas that depend on that disaster relief funding?
We will continue to release the money that's appropriately been funded for these areas, as we always have with regard to the FEMA dollars.
So the answer is yes.
Yes, we will continue to do
Well,
what we did in the
you
first
won't
term.
continue because you're not yet in office. You will release that money fully and promptly to the agencies that can provide that relief. For example, the $31 billion, I believe it is, for the Army Corps and the Agriculture Department, the $2.2 billion for the Small Business Administration, $29 billion for FEMA. These are specific amounts. How about the $3.8 billion left for security assistance to Ukraine? Will you release that money?
Again, Senator, I'm not going to get ahead of the policy process of the incoming administration. But when it comes to responding to the disasters, the president has always been someone that cares deeply about these areas and
Well,
getting them.
I'm talking about the Ukraine funding, which I believe is essential. The Congress believed it's vital. It's been authorized and appropriated. Will you release that remaining $3.8 billion?
Again, Senator, I'm not going to get ahead of the president on a foreign policy issue of the magnitude of the situation. Situation with regard
Okay,
to Ukraine.
let me ask you, do you believe the Impoundment Control Act is constitutional?
No, I don't believe it's constitutional. The president ran on that view. That's his view, and I
Have
agree
you
with
read Train versus New York? That's the United States Supreme Court saying it is constitutional. You're saying that you're going to just defy the courts, the Office of Legal Counsel under both administrations, including then Attorney Rehnquist, afterward becoming Supreme Court Justice, wrote for the Office of Legal Counsel. You are simply going to take the law into your own hands.
I did not say that.
Okay. No, I was on mute. What I was saying was, I'm glad that they're showing that they are willing to say fuck whatever the Supreme Court has already ruled on, because what they are saying is he understands. He gave him the case that the Supreme Court ruled it as to be law, and he can't tell you if he's going to do it based upon whatever Trump decides. But that's good that they're saying fuck the Supreme Court, because they're saying fuck the Supreme Court that gave him all the powers, that anything that he does, which he considers a presidential act, he cannot be tried for, even if it's against the law. If he, the president, considers it a presidential act, he cannot be tried for it. Now, you're going to hear him talk about more case law that has been decided by the Supreme Court, that he is telling you, what did Project 2025 say? That Trump is looking for loyalists. So they're telling you they're going to do whatever the fuck they want. Let's be clear. And he's going to be over the Office of Management and Budget. The OMB. That's what the OMB is, the Office of Management and Budget. And even if Congress gives the money, he's going to do whatever Trump tells him to do, even if it's against the law. And this Supreme Court has already said that he can do whatever he want to do and not be tried for it. Even if it's the law, even if it's against the law. This man is telling him, Blumenthal is telling him, hey, this law has already been settled by the Supreme Court. But what and he's going to them, he's not already over the Office of Management and Budget. He is looking to be confirmed. He is looking to be confirmed in this office. And he's telling you, the Oversight Committee, that no, I'm going to do whatever Trump tell me to do. You don't think we're in trouble in this nation? Do you not think we're in trouble in this nation? Okay, let me continue.
That, nor did I imply that on behalf of the incoming administration. I said earlier to a question from Senator Peters that the incoming administration was going to take the president's view on this, as he stated in the campaign, work it through with the lawyers of the Department of Justice, some of whom are coming before Congress just today, if confirmed, and to put that through a policy process. And I can't prejudge that policy process, but I certainly can't announce the parameters of what it would produce.
I am astonished and aghast that someone in this responsible a position would in effect say that the president is above the law, and that the United States Supreme Court is entitled to their opinion, but mine should supersede it. It's just baffling that we.
I don't understand why it's baffling. I don't understand why it's baffling. Do you think that it's baffling? I think it's just like par for the course. Because when you guys heard that this Supreme Court gave him this power to do whatever he wanted, as long as it was a presidential, within his presidential power, that he wasn't going to be out here breaking laws. He came into the office a convicted felon. And they had to drop the case about him taking all the national secrets and having him in his home. Who knows what he did with those? But people are acting like they're surprised that the Supreme Court gave him this power. And now he's saying, fuck you too. And fuck all the Supreme Court rulings. Who's surprised? Are you guys surprised? I don't see you guys talking. Okay. So, hey, choreo lover, where have you been? It has been so long. I hope all is going well with you. So effing dangerous. Yes, it is. Hey, Angie, how are you doing? You're not surprised at all. Thank you, State of Being. Okay, let's continue.
We are in this, I think, unprecedented moment in the history of this country. And I think our colleagues should be equally aghast because this issue goes beyond Republican or Democrat. It's bigger than one administration or another. It's whether the law of the land should prevail, or maybe it's up for grabs, depending on what the president thinks. I think it is fundamental, and I hope you will reconsider this view. And I'm going to put it in a question for the record to give you an opportunity to recast your answer, which I think should be disqualifying for both sides of the aisle, frankly, because what goes around comes around. The next administration could be Democratic, could be independent. But the Supreme Court in Train versus New York said it's constitutional. That's been the clear consensus. So let me move on. I'm the ranking member of the Veterans Affairs Committee. I'm concerned by your proposal that there should be a means test for who deserves Veterans Affairs disability compensation. For me, nothing's more important than caring for our veterans. I think that is true of many of us on both sides of the aisle. Do you believe that veterans should receive disability benefits only if they qualify under some kind of means test?
Senator, the president has been a firm supporter of veteran spending, of getting veterans.
He didn't ask what the president believed. He asked what you believed. Let's continue.
Everything that they need. That was always reflected in all of the budgets that the president sent to the Hill, and I fully expect—
I'm going to interrupt you with apologies because my time is running out. Do you believe there should be a means test for disability benefits going to veterans?
Again, I'm not going to speak to the—
But you're not going to answer.
But now, see, he's under subpoena to answer these questions, and he's telling him what he's not going to answer. So he's looking for the job, but he's telling him what questions he ain't going to answer. But there's already precedent of what he thinks, but he don't want to say it right here. See, he alluded to, well, the president believed this, that, and the other. Let's continue.
Answer that question, but you have in the past taken the position there should be a means test.
The president has always fully supported veteran spending and put forward everything that they need for that the Department of VA does. And I fully
I think I overtalked that. I want you to hear that he has in the past said that there should be a means test for the veterans to get their benefits. That's the whole point.
Everything that they need for that the Department of VA does, and I fully expect that to continue.
Do you believe that disability compensation benefits for veterans should be eliminated if any veteran has a disability rating below 30%?
Senator, I'm not here on behalf of what I think, but I'm here on behalf of the president. That is the proposal
from the Center for Renewing America, the organization that you founded. Do you continue to believe it?
It's a think tank
that is the proposal from the think tank that you proposed. Okay, let's continue.
That I currently am the president of. It is not the agenda of the incoming president of the United States. And so
for Renewing America, the organization that you founded, do you continue to believe it?
It's a think tank that I currently am the president of. It is not the agenda of the president.
He founded it. He's the president of. This is what they said, that veterans who have up to 30% disability should get absolutely nothing. But I founded it. I'm the president of it. But hey, I'm not representing that position. Are you or are you not? Let's continue. Oh,
the president.
I would be remiss in we've seen veterans on here touting their disabilities and touting Trump as well. Have we not seen veterans on here touting the wonders of Trump? Have we not seen that on the beef sector? Okay, let's continue. Let's not forget, Sweatermouth. He will soon be he is a vet. He is a veteran. So, and these are staunch Trump supporters, and actually know none of his policies. Just think they some unicorn Negroes, just some dumb Negroes. Let's continue.
Of the incoming president of the United States, and so I'm here on behalf of being his nominee and doing his budget.
What he believes?
again, you should judge him by the budgets that he sent forward to Congress. And I am here on behalf of the fiscal responsibility that he wants to restore, and I fully intend to do that if confirmed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You know, as I said previously, I'm sympathetic not only to the arguments that Senator Peters made, but Senator Blumenthal's making on power of the purse
we definitely
for national security. And I always say, if
we
you're
definitely
next
not
president, go on.
here.
A prerogative of Congress. But then the president has to obey what we just say briefly,
Maybe I
Mr.
will.
Us approved by us. Now, any presidential powers with either the current president or the next president go on forever unless we reject them with a 2/3 vote, an almost impossible bar. But there is, I think, a difficulty in the witness answering, will you spend all the Ukraine money, since I think it's complicated and they have all kinds of parameters for how much to spend, when, and there. We haven't made it that explicit. That's my only point. Did you want to comment?
I will just say briefly, Mr. Chairman, the reason why Congress writes laws with attempted precision, not always, but sometimes providing latitude, is to enable some flexibility in the executive branch releasing funds. That's a prerogative of Congress. But then the president has to obey what we say in releasing the money. And
I would just argue we made the windows too big.
My comment
waiver's
here
too big.
goes to obeying the law that has been upheld repeatedly as constitutional,
I
as
think
opposed
it's
to
a valid
saying,
debate.
no, we don't need to obey it because we believe it's unconstitutional.
I think it's a valid debate and a good debate. Senator Kim.
Okay. I got one more I want to show you. I think it is. Is it this guy? I think it's this guy.
Mr. Rhoda, under your leadership in 2019, OMB illegally withheld $214 million that Congress appropriated to the Department of Defense to provide security assistance to Ukraine. The Government Accountability Office concluded that OMB's actions were a violation of the Impoundment Control Act, and that your actions then forced Congress to reappropriate the funds. Just 4 years ago, you told this very committee that under your leadership, OMB would abide by the Impoundment Control Act. However, your past actions and public statements suggest that you may not follow this law in the future. So my question for you, sir, is if you are confirmed as OMB director again, do you commit to follow the law and allow OMB to withhold funding from, and not allow OMB to withhold funding from programs that Congress has appropriated?
Senator, thanks for the question. I will always commit to upholding the law. I disagree with the characterization of the General Accounting Office. My time at OMB, we followed the law consistently, and we will continue to do so.
So that you can withhold funds that are appropriated by Congress? You think that's within the law?
Again, Senator, we did not hold inappropriately funds. We were engaged in a policy process with regard to how funding would flow to Ukraine. We released the funding by the end of the fiscal year.
Do you believe the Impoundment Control Act of 1974 is the law of the land that you must follow?
It is the law of the land. As you know, the president has run on that issue. He believes it's unconstitutional for 200 years.
It is the law of the land. But you know, the president has run on that issue and he feels that it's unconstitutional. Let's continue.
Presidents had the ability to spend less than an appropriation if they could do it for less. To spend less than an appropriation if they could. It's unconstitutional for 200 years. Presidents had the ability to spend less than an appropriation if they could do it for less. And we have seen the extent to which this law has contributed to waste, fraud, and abuse. But as it pertains to the parameters of how we would use that, that's something that his team will have to consider when they are confirmed in these roles.
So we've seen waste, fraud, and abuse. So isn't that their favorite three words when it comes to cutting monies that is needed for anything other than giving our government money to these oligarchs for their pet projects? Where's the waste, fraud, and abuse in the corporate welfare that we give away? Where's the waste, fraud, and abuse? You never hear about waste, fraud, and abuse when they're given to these oligarchs. Let's continue. Now he's talking about. Come on, let's continue.
You know that the Impoundment Control Act has created a process that's been held by courts over and over again. Courts in Train versus City of New York have consistently rejected attempts by presidents to withhold funds unless Congress clearly allows it. In Clinton versus New York also determined that laws which allow the president to unilaterally cancel appropriations are unconstitutional. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is there anywhere in the Constitution that gives the OMB director to determine whether or not a law is unconstitutional?
Again, there are 200 years of practice by the presidents of the United States have used
So you're
this.
saying these courts are wrong? That's fine if they're wrong, but these are the laws of the land right now.
I'm aware that they are the laws of the land and the caseload that is on the books, and this is something that the administration will consider when they are in these roles, if confirmed.
This is something we'll consider. We will consider the laws on the book, but we feel that they are unconstitutional, even though the constitutionality of these laws have prevailed. But we know different. We know better. You understand what he's saying? See, we need some money to give back to the rich folks. We can't afford. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to continue. There is another person I want you to see.
So you're going to continue to challenge and break the law going forward?
Sir, I'm not going to continue to break the law. I'm giving you my commitment to uphold the laws of this land. This
And
administration.
these court precedents, you don't care about the court precedents?
No, sir, that's not what I've said. I've said that
Okay.
the president has run on the issue of impoundment and has reminded the country that 200 years of presidents have used this authority, and we'll be developing our approach to this issue and strategy once his administration is in office.
Okay, well, as a member of the Senate Appropriations Committee, I am, in addition to this, I've worked very hard with colleagues to negotiate in good faith and reach bipartisan spending agreements. And I'm concerned about your actions and statements about the president going to be able to unilaterally refuse to spend money that Congress has appropriated. I get it, he ran for office, but that doesn't change the Constitution. There are other processes that we have to go through. You don't allow presidents to act outside of the Constitution. I would certainly hope you'd advise the president that he is also bound, that he will take an oath of office.
Does it look like he gonna tell the president, no, you can't do this because it's unconstitutional? Just like that Pete Hegseth that they want to be over the Defense Department. Did it look like he was going to tell the president that, no, I will not shoot at peaceful protesters? No. He said he never said that he wouldn't take the order that the president gave him. And I saw people climbing over fence and setting fires. I was out there that night. He actually tried to appease that it was right for him to want to shoot at peaceful protesters who were protesting in Washington, D.C. Okay, let's continue.
Here in a few days to uphold the Constitution. And we have to abide by that, not because you just believe something. There's a process to go through. But my question is, how will Congress be able to negotiate in good faith if the president is simply able to disregard the bipartisan laws that are passed through the appropriation process? How do we negotiate with someone who says, I'm just going to do what I want, to the hell with the Constitution?
Again, Senator, I think that's a mischaracterization of the president's viewpoint on this matter, and it is not something in which would impact bipartisan negotiations, notwithstanding anything that he announces with regard to impoundment.
So if the president...
Why even have a bipartisan negotiation? Why even negotiate and agree if this motherfucker is going to do whatever the fuck he want to anyway? Don't appropriate no motherfucking money.
The president can refuse to spend appropriations passed by Congress. Wouldn't he now just basically have the power to simply pick all the winners and losers who receive government funding? He has all that power.
No, of course not. But again, I'm not going to get into the parameters of the power that it requires a policy process by his incoming team.
Very concerning. Congress has granted the president broad authorities to respond to real emergencies and crises, like pandemics and natural disasters. However,
also, I'm glad he said pandemics. Do you know that on the first day of this administration, he signed an executive order to exit the United States out of the World Health Organization? Are you guys aware of that? The World Health Organization, with doctors from all over the country, all over the world, who get together and to plan how to actually handle these pandemics. Let's be clear. We saw how the pandemic was handled under 45, 47. Can't people drink bleach? We saw how the pandemic was handled, and him being so furious that Biden gave Dr. Fauci a pardon because his hacks were going to go after Dr. Fauci, who was in the midst of the pandemic having his hands tied by a fool who's talking about can't people just drink bleach, and try to blame all of the deaths during this pandemic on Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci, mismanaging this pandemic. Are we clear on this shit? He signed a executive order also saying that they were going to I forgot how it goes. The weaponization of the Justice Department. Because they came after him. They came after him for the laws that he broke. But he wants to say he is unweaponizing the Justice Department so he can go after who he wants. He can go after the deep state and people who were on his list. That's why he was so pissed that Liz Cheney got a pardon, because she was on the list. I think that he said that she should go before a firing squad for being on the January 6th committee that was investigating what happened on January 6th. And let's be clear, the leader of all of these people, 1,500 people who were found guilty, some of them confessed and were found guilty. He actually had them home the night of his inauguration. The guy who got the most time, what is his name? Enrico Torre, the leader of the Proud Boys. I think his name is Enrique Toro. He was convicted of sedition. Got 22 years. Sedition is an act to overthrow the government. He went before a jury and was found guilty of that and got 22 years and was home the night of. Now, so would have, and they would, and now he can't answer questions about, I thought that you were back the police. Well, I do back the police. I thought J.D. Vance, the guy that they say is the vice president, said that you would not release people who committed violence should not be released. And now everybody's acting like, well, he said, I will have to go back and review that. He said, one of the reporters asked, I thought that you said that you would not release people who did violence acts, and you were you supported the police. He said, well, I do. He said, well, what did you say about the police officer who was held in place and had a taser deployed in his neck over and over again? I'm going to have to go back and review that. You've already released these people. Shouldn't you have reviewed it before you signed all of these, commuted all these people and pardoned all these people? Are we conscious? Now, if a black man had done that, if that had happened in any of the Black Lives Matter rallies, do you think that any of these people would be commuted? And he said he had the gall to say that these people were held in such horrible prisons. Aren't all prisons horrible? I think all of them except where these white collar people go. And I'm pretty sure these white collar people will consider that they are horrible, as opposed to their regular standard of livings. But aren't all prisons, all of a sudden, these places that they were held in, they were so horrible. And your new administration leader actually said in America, people don't even go to jail for murder. Okay. The people who are caught and convicted, they go to jail, and some of them who are framed go to jail for it. So he actually stood up there and said that these people who were trying to overthrow the government and trying to prevent the peaceful transmit of power were actually wronged for being prosecuted for the things they did. They trying to pretend like this didn't happen. Somebody, it's just a mess. Okay, I'm gonna give you the link to this, and each congressman questions. You can continue to let this link play, and it will go to the next congressman questions, the next one, the next one, the next one. I want to show you this. This is the last one that I want to show you. You know what? I think I'm really going to stop watching corporate news, because I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of them pretending as if when Elon Musk gave that Nazi salute, that's not what he did. I'm really sick of them playing in our fucking faces, and that you have to go to independent media to really understand what type of regime that we have sitting over us. Okay, so I'm gonna play this for you guys. And they really need to take Abby Phillips off the air. I'm sick of Abby Phillips. I'm sick of her allowing these people to interrupt common sense people to troll and say stupid shit. I'm gonna say that. I'm definitely gonna say that. I am sick of fucking Abby Phillips talking soft and letting all of these idiots talk over everybody. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? And also, now you notice that they changed the actual meaning and what DOGE is. Let me see. I think it's this one. Yes, I want to leave this.
Has begun. It's over. And America is already transformed by the malice, by the venality, and by the arrival, indisputably, of a new age. This is the warning. But it's important to appreciate its arrival came as part of a contiguous event. Donald Trump has taken the room that he sent his mob to storm 4 years ago.
It is reassuring, frankly, is that for those of us who spend so much time covering the division here in Washington and the rancor, to see these people sit next to each other, to chat with them, to do what George W. Bush did at the Carter funeral and literally tap Barack Obama on the belly as he walked by.
Mike Pence entered the chamber where he would have been hung by that mob. His mob breached these chambers carrying the Confederate flag, but they could not hold it. 1,600 of them imprisoned, jailed, convicted by juries, were pardoned, including the violent fascist leader of the Proud Boys, out of prison, an American terrorist free. And that's exactly what he is. The seats normally occupied by the governors of the states, elected officials, representatives of the people, were filled by the wealthiest and most powerful men in the world. In history, they control the flow of all human information and all communications. There is only one remedy. It is to strip them of their power, and it is to break up their companies. 4 years hence, This will be the platform of the Democratic Party, or President Vance will be giving the speech. Have no doubt about this. Donald Trump, whether it's I'm going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, or the changing of the name of Denali to Mount McKinley, the 1,000 small catnips placed to make the media go wild are not the point of what happened in the inauguration. The inauguration was not a speech about national unity or purpose. It was a form of threat. It was an admission of mental illness. But more than anything, it was an assertion of power and control and a warning. Unless you sit behind me, I'll break you. And so they sat. The deal is simple, it's direct, and it's clear. One of you will be the world's first trillionaire. I'll do everything I can to make it a fair race for second place beyond Elon Musk. All you have to do is make sure you never offend me. It's as simple as that. And then the world's richest man, less than 4 hours after Donald Trump is sworn in, appears behind the robin egg blue podium of the President of the United States of America, emblazoned with the presidential seal, and does this.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
And this.
My heart goes out to you.
The BBC has reported on this.
Don't you love that we've been told for the past 5-6 years that the thing we need to be most frightened of is what pronouns people are using, and then someone actually does a Nazi salute behind the president's podium on live television, and we're fine with that.
Let's slow down Elon's Hail Victory salute. Let's watch it in slow motion. Can you see the release? Can you see the explosion of pent-up emotion? It is extraordinary to watch the South African behind a presidential podium on Inauguration Day in the United States almost have a sexual release, an orgasm of sorts, delivering the most vile gesture in all of human history. What we are witnessing is the advent of a new technological oligarchy where the people are to be made serfs. Government of the people, by the people, for the people will become government of billionaires, by billionaires, for billionaires. The richest will rule. Trump is king and they are his lords. Let's watch the Hitler salute again.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS. Let's watch America's political media tell you you did not see, but you just saw.
We just showed that. Right. It was quick.
We just showed that. Salute. They can't even voice the facts. Do you understand why I am giving up on all of this bullshit media that wants to normalize all of this shit that's going on? Now, I see you guys talking about this Vic Swek, what is his name? Vic Swek Shashami or whatever, who ran for president, who was going to be partner in the DOGE thing, and now he's run away. They said that they really didn't like him. He was too nerdy for them, and he really got on their nerves, and so they summarily dismissed him. So now DOGE was supposed to stand for Department of Government Efficiency. But did you guys know that there was an executive order last night? Because DOGE was not going to be a part of the administration because they would have to go through a whole lot of confirmations through our senators and all of this stuff. They didn't want to do that. But so Elon Musk can't get a high level security clearance at his own SpaceX. So of course they didn't want to make him a part of the administration. But did you understand last night that there was an executive order written that is going to make DOGE a part of the official government? Now I'm wondering if he's going to have to go through the proceedings and the hearings and all of this stuff, but there was an executive order, but it's not the Department of DOGE government efficiency anymore. He is going. I'll show you. It's about he's going to be over the department's infrastructure of not intelligence, of computers and all of that type of stuff. That's what he's going to be. I'll pull it up. And he after they changed what his and so there he already told you they were going to cut $2 trillion. Then before the inauguration, he said, well, we probably won't be able to do that much. So he's not going to be over. They want you to believe he's not going to be over cutting money from these agencies, but we see that he's doing whatever he wants. So by changing the name to pretend like he's just going to be over the computer side of all of these different agencies, do you think that he's still not going to be cutting money? And they changed the name and tried to make it seem like he's not going to be cutting this $2 trillion. Okay, so also he went online and said he was so happy that being over this new DOGE situation, he was able to take down a whole page. You know what page he was so happy to take down? The DEI page. And he could close the chapter on that. This was what Elon Musk said he was so happy about doing in his new position. That's still called DOGE, that we are to believe that he is not going to have a hand in taking money from different organizations, especially the organizations that have recently sued him. I think it was the Department of Commerce. I talked about it yesterday. Anyway, let's continue.
I think our viewers are smart and they can take a look at that, but it certainly was, it's not something that
I think our viewers are smart and they can take a look at that. But no, we watch the news to get the news. That was in the far sheet. They can't even say what you. I think our viewers are. He did that salute, and I think our viewers are smart. But let's go on to the next topic. Let's hear this again.
smart and they can take a look at that, but it certainly was, it's not something that showed that, right. It's worth salute. It was quick. I think our viewers are smart and they can take a look at that, but it certainly was, it's not something that you typically see in American political rallies, put it that way.
No, it was not something that you usually would see. And it was quick, as you point out, it was very quick, but it was.
So just because it was quick, it's not, it's not startling. And you can't even say it what it was. Do you see? This is our American bought and sold for media. Let's continue.
It was in a moment of intensity for him as he came out dancing, and then he did that.
This is what the people will get. Generic, whitewashed pablum from the corporate media, from the Amazonian media, the Bezos media. What Jeff Bezos is an Oleg Deripaska. They all are. Patriots, none. Let me say a final word about one promise Trump made, planting the flag on Mars.
Nobody believed me at first, but now everyone wants one.
I apologize.
My friends roasted me for getting scammed.
Let me get that past the commercial. Okay, I apologize.
We'll pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
It would be an extraordinary achievement, but the exploration of the heavens, the vision of humanity moving out into the stars, is not Elon Musk's. Elon Musk is unworthy at a moral level to lead America's space exploration. We should not leave this planet if what we leave this planet with is this salute. Elon Musk delivers the Hitler salute, and the American media, not wanting to give offense to Trump, says you didn't see it. It didn't happen. It wasn't what it was. Even, incredibly, the Anti-Defamation League has forgotten what the Hitler salute looks like. I'd like to ask for your support. We need it here at The Warning. We must grow to reach more people because the message here will never, ever be controlled by Donald Trump. Here, we're going to talk about reality. We're going to talk about the truth. We're going to talk about the urgent moral necessity of the Democratic Party coming back to life and offering resistance to the depravities ahead. Donald Trump has laid out a path belligerently that will lead to war and death and economic mayhem. Yesterday, he gathered a collection of the greatest takers in American society, filled a room with them and said, you have a license to do as you please, so long as you please me. It was a tragic day, but a lawful one. Donald Trump, in the end, succeeded in his coup. The man who ransacked the Capitol with a mob because he lost an election was legitimately elected. The problem of this moment is John Fetterman and all those Democrats that you saw yesterday, they want to take pictures with the oligarchs. They want to snap selfies and put them up on their Instagrams. Let me remind you of one thing that will always be true. When a clown storms a castle, it does not make him king. It turns the castle into a circus. And there will be plenty of bread and circuses in the weeks and months and years ahead. Let us hope that there is also conviction and strength and a leader who seeks to be the master of the oligarchs who seek to control you and me and all things everywhere, along with their master, Donald John Trump.
Okay, so I left. Now, I left you the link for that channel. You may want to subscribe. So let's see what they have given this. Let me see. This DOGE has been changed over to allegedly. So if you guys didn't see this, okay, where is it? Right here. Here's the new DOGE. Let's share this. Did you guys hear that it's no longer the Department of Government Efficiency? I wonder, did you guys know? Okay. Now, here we go. Let me make sure I'm being heard. Let me make sure you see the story. Okay, both. You see both. Let's see. President Donald Trump on Monday signed an executive order officially creating the Department of Government Efficiency, the cost-cutting incentive helmed by billionaires Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. The executive order included fresh details about the DOGE goals and structure, such as a mandate to upgrade the government IT system. So now it's not about cutting costs. It's about they will be over IT. Do you see the difference? You see what a difference it made? Okay, Trump first announced DOGE in November with a statement that said the effort would provide advanced guidance from outside of the government. The goal, he added in November, would be to improve recommendations to slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies. But not so much now. Okay. Musk and Ramaswamy wrote in November Wall Street Journal opinion article that they aim to cut $500 billion in annual federal costs by targeting expenditures that are unauthorized by Congress. But why do you care if they are unauthorized by Congress? Because the ones that are authorized by Congress, we just see the office, the person that he has elected to be the OMB says that he don't give a fuck what Congress authorized. The president has all authority. So allegedly, they are supposed to cut costs on expenditures that are unauthorized by Congress or being used in ways Congress never intended. So you're going to cut the president's job, so it seems, because he is the one who is using the money that Congress has allocated, and by saying he thinks that the actual law of the land is unconstitutional. So you're going to cut him? Is that who they were supposed to cut? But Mr. Trump's executive order says that DOGE will in fact be housed within the executive branch rather than operating as an outside advisory committee. They will now, since the executive order and being the outside of the government, he is saying that they will be within the executive branch. That's his branch of government. Executive. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. So they will be within his branches, his branch of government, the executive, the judicial, and the executive, legislative branch. So There are three branches of government. He was supposed to be outside. DOGE was supposed to be outside, but he put them under his branch, the executive branch of government, not the legislative branch, which our congressmen and senators have, not the judicial branch as our Supreme Court. No. So are we to believe any of this is about IT? Okay, but Mr. Trump executive order says that DOGE will in fact be housed within the executive branch rather than operating as an outside advisory committee. The EO also stated that an existing White House office called the U.S. Digital Service, a unit that primarily works on improving government websites and tech, will be renamed the U.S. DOGE service. So now he did say that he was very happy to take down the DEI website in its totality. DOGE purpose will be to implement the president's DOGE agenda by modernizing federal technology and software and maximizing government efficiency and productivity, the EO states. So they say, hey, we're not going to use DOGE to take down all of this money out of the budget. We're not going to use them. We are renaming them, and we are actually putting them under the executive branch of government. They are no longer an outside advisory board. Did you guys hear about that? No, you didn't hear about that because your news ain't telling you that. And we still are to believe that Elon Musk is going to accept putting this man in office with all the money that he gave to this campaign, and that he's going to want absolutely nothing back, and to be able to wield all the power that he has to change the regulations of these agencies, some of which who are suing his company right now. Do we think that he's just going to settle back and say, oh, I'll be your IT man? Y'all think that? I'm just going to be your IT man. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. Anyway, there's a link to that if you want to review that. So we are in definite trouble. Okay, so I think that's all that I have. Y'all make sure y'all sign the petition. The petition is pinned up top. The petition is pinned up top. Hold on one second. I think I have one more thing that I want to show you about the wealth gap in America. Hold on. Yes. Okay, here we go. I definitely, this is something I definitely want to show you about the wealth gap in America. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share this with you. This is quite interesting when you see this, and it's quite pathetic and quite unfortunate. Let's watch this right quick. This is what I really want you to see, what's going on in the United States of America. And at the time that you see the richest people in the United States sitting behind this president, who it is clear plans to follow no laws based upon the people who he's nominating. Let's continue.
And welcome to the seat recently occupied by myself. I'm delighted to see you there and look forward to working with you.
Me too.
Mr. Vogt, the backdrop to the conversation we're having here is indicated by this graph, which shows from 1980 to 2020 how income has grown in the United States. The bottom line, showing essentially no income growth, is the bottom 20% of income earners. And as you can see, their household income has stayed essentially flat. The second line up, this lower one, is how the top 1% of income earners have done. they're up 600% nearly, compared to near 0% for the working people in that lowest 20%. And if you look at the topmost line, that's up more than 800%. That's the top 0.01%. What worries me as we go.
That 0.01%, that would be the ones who were sitting in the inauguration. So are we clear on that? I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this so you guys can peruse this, share this.
Effort.
This is some information that over the past 20 years, this is how the rich have gotten richer. How much their income has increased. Okay. So, and they're talking about giving them more tax cuts. They're also talking about unstrangling and unbinding regulations so they can make more money in their corporations. If you did not watch my live yesterday, I showed you all of the information about the cobalt and how they are exploiting the people in the Congo at these $1 trillion companies and the Asheville is considered to be one of the, technological and the technological and mineral places where big tech will be going because they have so many riches in at the foothill of those. Is it the Bluegrass Mountains or whatever mountains that is in Asheville, North Carolina, and they are predicting that to be the new tech capital of the United States because of all the mineral riches. Tech mineral. That's what they're calling Asheville, North Carolina. You know, Asheville, North Carolina, that mysteriously flooded. You know, from that last hurricane. Let's be clear. Okay, let's continue.
Is that what we're trying to produce? Is a golden age for fat cats, billionaires, and polluters that is going to make this discrepancy worse and worse and worse. And it is in that context that I would like to ask you some questions about these executive orders. President Trump fired off 26 executive orders, I believe, his first day. Are you familiar with them?
I'm getting familiar with them, Senator. I've been trying to stay abreast to them and read them. I haven't read through all of them, but I'm aware that he has been very active, and I've been reading a number of them.
Did you have any role in preparing any of them?
Senator, that's part of the deliberative process that the transition goes through, and I'm not going to invade that deliberative process.
Wait. Hold. Can I have a point of order here and stop the clock? I was the chairman. You can put that down now.
Now this is the one that I really wanted you to see because you saw him. He's subpoenaed. He's supposed to come here to answer questions. He's looking for the job, and he's supposed to answer this oversight committee's questions. But you hear him tell him he ain't answering that question. I was excuse me. I missed that for you guys. Let's make sure we hear it again. And Regis, you're right. The rich don't pay taxes. Let's be clear. But they're still looking for another tax cut for the rich. Let's be clear. Okay, so you see the gap in the growth of wealth in the last 20 years, but that's not enough. Okay, so let me get back to him asking him a question and him saying, I'm not going to answer this question. And he's like, hold up, stop my clock. Let's get something straight.
Them and read them. I haven't read through all of them, but I.
And it is in that fat cats, billionaires, and polluters effort is that what we're trying to produce is a golden age for fat cats, billionaires, and polluters that is going to make this discrepancy worse and worse and worse. And it is in
and polluters. It's going to make this graph worse and worse and worse. Because let's be clear, all of this shit that they're doing in their companies, and they would rather just leach this shit underground where they know it is leaching into freshwater ponds and our lakes and all of this type of stuff, and they're not paying nothing to clean it up. How dare them have to pay to get rid of their poisonous waste? See, these are some of the regulations that they won't release. Remember when California was full of smog, the sky was always orange or dark orange or whatever, and a lot of people don't remember the smog in California. That was just a regular thing. And then with regulations, California now has blue skies, but they want to release these regulations where they can just release their pollutant into the air. Who does that affect? That affects you and I. Let's be clear. Okay, let's continue.
In that context, that I would like to ask you some questions about these executive orders. President Trump fired off 26 executive orders, I believe, his first day. Are you familiar with them?
I'm getting familiar with them, Senator. I've been trying to stay abreast of them and read them. I haven't read through all of them, but I'm aware that he has been very active, and I've been reading a number of them.
Did you have any role in preparing any of them?
Senator, that's part of the deliberative process that the transition goes through, and I'm not going to invade that deliberative process.
Wait. Hold. Can we have a point of order here and stop the clock? I was the chairman, you can put that down now, for a Congress in which we had, I think, over 40 hearings. And in those hearings, never once did I tell a Republican colleague what questions they could or could not ask. Those are kind of not my business. And we had some pretty out there questions, I will tell you. And we certainly never had a witness tell senators what questions they could and could not ask. So I guess I'm like, why can I not get an answer? Is there some new rule in this committee as to where these executive orders came from? That's perfectly, to me, legitimate congressional oversight. And over, this witness has told us what questions he will answer. But the oath he took was to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in response to our questions. So if there's some new limitation about what question I can answer, I would like to understand that. If not, I'd like to have the chair tell the witness to answer my questions.
Well, as I understand it, there's no attorney-client privilege here, right? Or you're not claiming an attorney-client.
I'm not claiming a privilege, Senator.
Okay, yeah, well, you're not part of the administration. Generally speaking, I guess the question is,
He's coming in here saying, I'm not answering any questions. But yo, you about to answer. They are so cocky that they feel that they can just choose not to answer any questions because we already know his positions in these think tanks that he has worked for and written statements and letters and all this for about policies and what should and should not be are already on record. So he wants to try to pretend like, well, I would not discuss what this administration has. You're not in the administration, bitch. You're not an attorney for this administration. Answer the questions. Let me continue.
did you advise on executive orders and which ones? Is that the question? Can you kind of tell us that, please, if you could?
Senator, I was not a member of the transition. I was not a member of the
That's not what he asked you. So we already know that the Project 2025 said that they will be starting on day one with their agenda. So watch how he did not answer the question. He said he's not part of the transition. Nobody asked you that. That does not mean that Project 25, which said that they were going to be foots on the ground, and he's one of the authors of Project 2025. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why they're asking him. Remember, he's talked about the Heritage Foundation being a think tank, and you can't and the foundation. I forget the name of his foundation that he developed and is still currently the president of, who is looking for this job. They asked him his thinking. He said, well, that's what I did in that organization has nothing to do with the job. Yes, it does. That's why you are put up for the job. Let's continue. This is some bullshit. Let's continue. I just want you to see what's happening.
President's campaign.
Do you have knowledge of where the executive orders were drafted?
I don't have a comprehensive knowledge of where the executive orders
Do you
were
have any
drafted.
knowledge of where the executive orders were drafted? Do you know, for instance, if some of them came out of language from the Center for Renewing America, or some of them came out of Project 2025, or some of them came out of the Heritage Institute, or some of them came out of the American Petroleum Institute? Do you know an answer to those questions?
I can't imagine they came from Project 2025. The president disassociated himself repeatedly from that. But no, I
Yeah,
can't give you a
not really.
comprehensive answer with regard to where.
Yeah, he curiously disassociated himself from Project 2025 after going to Project 22, going to the Heritage Foundation and making speeches and big upping the Heritage Foundation. But when he found out Project 2025 was unpopular, it was then that he started distancing himself from Project 2025. But we heard absolutely no policy while he was campaigning, because he didn't need to have any policy, because you guys had already written the policies for him that Ayanna Pressley was trying to ask you, authors of Project 2025, what did you have in store for the American people in its second wing of Project 2025, which was supposed to be enacted in the first 100 days of his presidency? But you guys all hemmed and hawed and act like, oh, well, you see it's to restore a Republican view and this, that. No, we don't see it. I want details. They refuse to give any details, but now we are getting the dirty details, and he's acting as if he distances himself from Project 2025. But we know that that is not happening. We are in this second day. This is the third day, technically second and a half day. Okay, so he took office at noon, second and a half day. So now we are seeing what they would not answer for Ayanna Pressley when these same people were asked these questions. Okay, let's continue. I'm not going to interrupt. I got to interrupt for.
The executive orders were compiled. My assumption is that they were compiled within the transition.
Well, we will see, because I think there's every reason to believe that they came from special interests and lobbyists, and we'll pursue that. Let me ask you about a letter that you wrote some time ago on Center for Renewing America letterhead to the Judicial Conference. I think it's the only letter that you ever wrote to the Judicial Conference. It was dated December 18th, 2023. And it goes into a certain amount of detail about the Ethics in Government Act and about Justice Jackson's financial disclosure forms. Did you do the research for this letter into the Ethics in Government Act and into the judicial financial disclosure forms personally?
Our center did the research on that.
And who in your center did the research on that?
Our center did the research on that, and I can't speak to who did the work specifically on it.
You don't know?
No, I didn't say that, Senator. I said it's not.
Why can't you speak to that? There's no privilege about that.
No, but a think tank is a public policy organization that has a decision to note who does the work on something and who doesn't do the work on it. And I stand by that letter. I haven't read it in some time. I'm happy to look at it. But I am aware that we sent it, that I signed it.
Did Mr. Paoletta, who is here, have a role in preparing this letter?
He's a member of the Center for Renewing America, but I'm not going to speak beyond that.
Here we go again, Mr. Chairman. I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to answer questions.
He said he stands by the letter. It's his letter. I don't
That's
care
not the question.
Yeah, well, he just said
That's not the question. My time is up.
Yeah, well, so he
Mr.
can.
Vogt, we are living in a moment.
Now his time is up. Okay. I'm gonna let you. I'll let you. I'm gonna drop Bernie Sanders questioning the same man. He won't even answer. Now they're talking about who to John what's her name, to John G. Jackson's. They wanted special reviewing of her financial reports. So it was created by their foundation, but they're not going to tell you who actually wrote this. So he wants to hide. They want to put all of this shit out. What is her name? To John G. You know, the first black Supreme Court woman in the. So they wanted all of this special stuff about her disclaimers, but they're not asking for anything special about all of these other Supreme Court justices who it has been shown who have been taking trips, prizes worth millions of dollars. Clarence Thomas having his nephew who lives with him, all of his schooling paid by donors who have things that are coming or up in the Supreme Court, not recusing himself, taking all of these expensive trips and all of this. But Lord, don't have an educated Black woman come up. We gonna look into her finances with a fine-tooth comb and try to find something against an educated Black woman, a DEI hire. How dare them? But they want to throw the rock and hide their hands. And then you hear Lindsey Graham say, well, he said he's staying behind his letter. He said, but that wasn't the question I asked. And then they let his time. They didn't stop the clock. So they let this guy filibuster. He had to say he's not answering questions again. And they just let it go. The Senate run me my money. My education and degree is in universal justice and law. I'm glad to hear that. Karma how? Karma how? Karma. What are you saying is karma? Because what you're coming in here is okay. What is at Sugar Q TV? Are you promoting a page? Don't come in here. I don't know what Sugar Q TV is. Yeah, keep it cute because why are you coming in here promoting a page? And I don't recall you ever being here. So if you want to say something, say it. This is not the promotion channel. Corio, I'm glad you're back. Thank you for being back. So Sugar Q has quieted down. When I'm talking to them, they have nothing to say. Okay, so those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to drop the link. If anybody wants to hit the link, you're more than welcome to come up if you have something to say. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Thank you. Ketanji. I couldn't remember exactly how to spell it. So the link is pinned. Hey, Lena Pretty Round Eyes. You always come, it seems, at the end of the show when I'm about to wrap up. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Okay, thank you. I've never seen that person before either. So, nobody wants to come up. I think I've closed all my polls. Let me make sure all of my polls have been closed. Yes, all of my, the link is up if you want to sign the petition. So I'm just giving you your options. I'm not telling you to or not. I'm just giving you a way to find it. And I read it to you. If that's something you want to participate in, please participate in that. So 47 does not believe in climate change. He has made that clear. So the environment is the last thing on these delusional devil's mind. In other words, they will allow dumping poisonous toxins for profit. Exactly. And they also poo-pooed that the fact that the military was doing research in climate change, and you see when they tried to they did the confirmation when they were trying to confirm Pete Sedgwick, that was one of the things that he said. Oh yeah, we definitely won't be spending time on climate change. Like, it was so preposterous that they were even the Pentagon was even trying to research problems with climate change, but not noting that when these catastrophes happen, who is sent out to the streets of the cities where these catastrophes happen, in North Carolina, in California? Who is patrolling the street? The people that you have to send out from our selected service to patrol the streets. So they're acting like, yeah, just whatever happens, whatever happens. But we're gonna try to act like one thing don't affect another. Okay, so also talking about the Sedgwick guy, did you? I played the confirmation questions that they gave him. I'm sorry, I've been busy. I don't even see that person in the chat. They could have left. They could have figured out that this wasn't the place. Now, you saw them ask Hedgewich, did he have a history of physically abusing his wife, based upon the letters that the letters that his own mother wrote? And he said, absolutely not. Now, they asked him, would he be okay with them asking questions of his ex-wives and these people who made these complaints about him? And he did not say, yes, I would be fine with that. What he said was, I'm not responsible for the backgrounds. I'm not responsible for what's revealed in the background checks, which means they did not do a thorough background check in talking to his ex-wives. And he said, that's not my problem. I'm not responsible for that. Then they said, well, since you're not responsible for that, would you have a problem with us interviewing them? And he said, I'm not responsible for that. So a non-answer answer. He did not say, yes, you are sure you can interview my ex-wife. So now what has come out since then is a letter from the sisters of his ex-wife, who has alleged that he, in fact, was a woman abuser, to the point where they had a secret word that they would use to let her know that she was being abused. This has come out since then. So people are asking, well, will he still be confirmed? Of course he will still be confirmed, because he's a Trump loyalist, in my opinion. So these are the allegations that have come out since his confirmation hearing, and we'll see where we're going to go with that. Well, we're going to see what happens. I see you, Lena. We were talking about someone else, Lena, not you. Okay, so that's all the information that I have for you guys today. If you appreciate the content, please hit the like. Oh, this is one. Who noticed this? Let me remove this pinned comment, because I want to make sure that did you guys notice that 47 were being sworn in, never put his hand on the Bible? Did you guys notice that he never put his hand on the Bible? Now, can you imagine if that was Barack Hussein Obama, who hadn't put his hand on the Bible? We all noticed. No, not everybody noticed. We got a whole people who are really asleep in the details. See, Liz didn't know that. I'm not saying she's asleep on the details, but it was a blackout. I hear it's the worst ratings in the history of inaugurations. But yes, he did not put his hand on the Bible. So I think if you're sworn in and you don't put your hand on the Bible, does that saying that you're not taking this seriously? And it's like, psych, I didn't put my hand on the Bible, so all of this stuff that I said I would do, I didn't either. I won't do. Demons don't touch Bible. So that's my. So if you don't touch the Bible, did you really not swear to do the things that is required of you in the job? And you're saying that no, I'm not going to swear to do any of this stuff on the Bible. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. As I ain't got to run a second term. And the fact that y'all don't blink at the shit that I'm doing, and y'all try to normalize all this shit that I'm doing in the first 2 days. Shit, he said he would like to be a dictator on his first day. Well, maybe, and then they asked him about that, and he said, well, I wasn't a dictator on my first day. So maybe, in fact, he wants to just hold out off his dictator day until his last day, and overthrow the government himself, and not allow for any elections himself. Maybe he's holding off his dictator day. So if we ain't seen the dictator day these first 2 days with this information that I am giving you, what do you think his dictator day is going to be like? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your support. If you want to cash out, help the show, $ Ronnie Q, you can become a member. And I appreciate you all for being here. That's all I got. So I was talking about how we are being robbed on the streets of YouTube and on the streets of our American government, in my opinion. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for coming out. Hit the like button, $ Ronnie Q. And I'll see you on the YouTube streets. Bye-bye.